for your awareness. Dhi means wisdom. Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam. That everywhere, witness in the form of wisdom. That means awake, aware, conscious. Conscious, aware, awake. That way. Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam. Brahmanandam Param Sukhdam. Are you experiencing that? Param means ultimate Sukh. Then we see sky, it is all pervading. All the planets and everything is in the sky, and sky is within them. So it is all pervasive. He said this is what life Guru is. So Guru means bigger. So whatever or whosoever you are seeing, if you have assumed somebody Guru, that means you are seeing in that sense, in that way, bigger than yourself, which is perfectly etiquette. अगर आप दुष्ट हो तो ये जानो गुरु आपसे ज़्यादा दुष्ट है. अगर आप दयालु हो तो जानो गुरु आपसे ज़्यादा दयालु है.
What type or kind of intermediate, immediate, and ultimate goals one should have in spiritual life of oneself?
So the question is life different from spiritual life? And what it is, if it is different, then only it can be separated from life and spiritual life. Life goals or spiritual life. So we are saying it is different and it is not different. Because the moment life ends, spiritual life also ends as a human being, in the form of human being. And definitely we are talking about human being. When we are human being, then only we can say what are the goals, or should there be many, or are there many, and how it is. So everyone has some conception about life. Suppose somebody says, no, life is it begins from birth, and you become from child, you become adult, then you become old, and naturally you pass away. But there are all kinds of things happen in between, which we are not indicating, which is understood. Untoward situations also happen, but normally this is what life is. So in this life, if you see, there is a repetition of day and night. If you want to be clear, you try to bring things to such place from where you can see better. So if you see life this way, that essentially only day and nights are happening in your life. This concept of years is futile. That is relevant only from your point of view of social life. Because there at certain age, you are supposed to perform certain duties towards yourself and towards others. That is why it is seen that way. Otherwise, there is no need, essentially. Because all that happening to you is in day and night, day and night. So what can be the goal? Now we are talking about mature people. We are not talking about children. We are not talking about a certain age. After that you can't do much. So we are talking people in the middle, where something you can change and something can change within you. So there you align yourself right way. That is the first thing. That are you seeing how your daily routine should be aligned, so that maximum utilization of your time happens. That means your time becomes quality time. 24 hours becomes quality time. Is there any method by which you can put so much value in your time that you do not have any time wasted? Is there a way? Yeah, that is why you come to the spiritual path. So each spiritual path lays down before you that this is the way. If you follow it, your time will become valuable. That is where the life goal and spiritual life goal meet. Because even in social life or worldly life, everything is revolving around whose time is most valuable. How somebody's time becomes most valuable? When their decision affects many, positively or negatively. So we are talking about positively. So if your life becomes like that it can touch positively many, that means everybody will value your time. So you become like this. How? By transforming yourself. So you begin to follow that path and keep becoming the evidence. Has your time become valuable? How do you know this, that it has become valuable? It lies verily in your field, on your own field of experience. You are becoming evidence of what you are following yourself. That is why the spiritual path becomes important, because when in a spiritual path you have a guru, access to a guru. So when something you are undergoing is an experience and you want to verify, mostly it is not required. Certain things, suppose you are waking up, small things, your sitting for meditation times have become regular or not, you need not verify for anyone, because you only know whether you are sitting on time or not. Whether your mind word deed has become one or not, you know it, whether it has become or not. Whether you are writing it or not, you know it, whether you are writing it or not. Are you cleaning? You know you are cleaning or not. Are you doing something for the ashram or welfare scheme which your guru has shown? You only know whether you are doing it or not. Now when you become intense, that you find other than that you don't want to do anything, then perhaps guidance is needed, because you found out yourself that your time has become really valuable. So when you become 100% evidence, then you need a consultation more. Before that, when you are lacking something, first you overcome that. So that becomes your primary goal. So as I said, what is the goal of the spiritual person? Yes, first to definitely find out your guru, then follow the path, then become the evidence. So these are all intermediary goals. There are no such things that something else you have to know. More alignment and alignment and alignment. Because only when you keep becoming wise, you will know automatically what to do next in a better way. And anything other, if we set some goal today, it will change tomorrow. So those are not goals. Those are something is we plan something to do, some execute some plan. Those are not called goals. But here the goal is same for all. No intermediary goal in that sense. Goal is same for all. Mostly we are aligning with that goal throughout our life. So as I said, if we see differently, that is spiritual life different from ordinary social life, a bit you can say it is different, but in a real sense it is not, it is same. If you have become wise, then in any situation your behavior will be that of a wise person. So how does it make any difference to you? So this is the beginning, because you did not mention as a disciple. The question you read me is that how a spiritual seekers, a spiritual person's goal. So I am answering to that. That a spiritual person's goal should be aligning with the path and becoming evidence, becoming wise, and that is how he will or she will or they will keep knowing better way what are they here for. This is how it should be seen, instead of telling certain things which are more in the nature of material acquirements, because here there are no such things that if you have done this course then you have got that degree. Not like that. In spiritual life things are not like that. It is all the time becoming, becoming and becoming. So beginning goal or end goal, it is same. Only our state, where are we, that only varies. So keep aligning. In one word, if I have to say in one sentence, it is always aligning with the Guru. Your alignment, that's all it is. Life after life, if you want to see it that way, that the spiritual life means, as we say, you are eternal. There is no other way of your being. So you can say life after life, or we can say moment, this very moment. It is always alignment. That's the goal. Because what you have become, that only you will do. And if you have become enlightened, then wherever you are going, you will throw light only. So there is no other goal.
Knowing the truth is good, but living truth is the best. Guruji, could you please elaborate this above statement furthermore?
See, when we say knowing truth, that means there is a duality, that you are seeing, you have reached to that state where you are seeing knowledge different from you, that you have yet to reach to that state where there is no difference between your becoming and knowing. So knowing is that, like, you know something, that it is good to wake up early in the morning. But if you wake up early in the morning, then it is becoming that. So what is your truth? That this is what I know ultimately to be the truth. To become that is better. Then there is no difference. Suppose we say here that become one in your word, mind and deed. So this is our knowledge. Now if we have become like that, then that we have become the truth, because that is our truth. So our state changes. When this becomes a continuous practice, then our state of consciousness will change. So it is always better, because anyway we are acquiring any knowledge. So long as we consider ourselves different from the knowledge, then we are acquiring to follow it only. What else we read for something, that is there something to be upheld? Can we become that? Because until then, if you don't taste that, you will not know what it really is. So you have to become everything. Now essentially, if you look from the highest point of view, you are always truth. The problem is in the middle only. From the ultimate seeing, you can never be different from your word, mind, deed. There is no such possibility, but you are not knowing it that way. That is why the problem is. And not knowing means then it will reflect in your life. Then where there will be moments, then you will feel, no, now I am seeing it is different. That is why discipline is required. So when you go through it as a practice, then you rule out all those possibilities. So that is why it is said that it is always better becoming than knowing, because becoming is the goal of knowing. So very simply the question have been put, but they are very practical questions, that, and that is the beauty. Means anything which is perfect is very simple also. If we want to follow, these are the small steps which we stay mindful or heartful or whatever you want to say, aware about it. Whatever, why I use this term all the time, whatever means it is indicative of your present state of being.
What are the roles of living Guru towards his disciples?
See, when you say guru and disciple, what definition is running in your head or heart or mind, that this is guru and this is disciple, which is very important, because then only it will make sense to you, means the one who is asking. As we say in Sahaj Smriti Yoga, that when you are initiated, you, just to make some sense so that you are clear about it, we say there are at least 8-9 stages. It you become with the earth, that means some you are overcome by something that needs to be taken care. Arth, artharthi, jigyasu, jnani, sadhak, siddh, and we say ist, bhakt, and then shish. So it is 9th stage to reach to the discipleship. Now if one has become disciple, then what is Guru's role? If he has become disciple, then he will know Guru's role is only to be, nothing. That he is, that is the role. So what is Guru? That's why I say definitions. Disciples' definitions, I have told that it is oneness with the Guru. It is not different. Disciple means the one who is always there with the Guru. Disciple. Disciplined. In what disciplined? A discipline of the Guru. Nothing else. So he says, what is the, like Shankaracharya says, how he is defining, how he is seeing? He says, Paramanandam or Brahmanandam Param Shukdam. So he says, how beginning, look how deep is the beginning. He says, beginning should be, have you reached to that state of Satchit Anand? That is the beginning. Brahmanandam Param Sukdam. Are you experiencing that? Param means ultimate Sukh. Kevalam Jnana Murtim. Have you seen that he alone exists? That means if you are real disciple, you cease to exist. Alone exist means either you can exist or he can exist. So what does it mean? That you are in such a laya with him that you do not feel your existence at all. So, Kevalam Jnana Murtim. If you have become like this, then you have become Jnana Murtim. That is what even the first question said. What is the difference between knowing and becoming? Truth and living truth. Kevalam Jnana Murtim. If you have become like this, then you have become real disciple, Jnana Murtim. You will appear to others as the embodiment of knowledge. You will not appear as knower of the truth, you will appear as truth. But to whom? Who have become, who are just behind, not those who are very much behind. Kevalam Jnana Murtim. Then how is it? Dvandatitam. Gagana Sadrisham. So what is the Dvandati? That is beyond all dualities. So what is seen beyond all duality? If in our perception something which we can give an example, then we see sky, it is all pervading. All the planets and everything is in the sky, and sky is within them. So it is all pervasive. He said this is what life Guru is. Tandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham. Tat Tvamasya Adi Laksham. That is how you are. Adi Laksham means all the time, without beginning or from the beginning, both. Tat Tvamasya Adi Laksham, or the first one. You are that goal, first goal. So have we become like this? This is how the Guru is, the sky. That's why I say definition. What our definition is of the Guru, how we are seeing, accordingly we can say what is his role towards the disciple. So this is how it goes. Now Ekam, that he is Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Traguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. So now what is the difference? In the first line he says Kevalam, and the third line he comes Ekam Nityam. That now he has, first really you alone are there, now he has realized that he is really only one. So if I am somewhere, I am also in him only. Nityam. Nityam has two meanings, that it is always there, eternal, and it is always new. Because part of us as this cosmos is all the time changing. Every moment this cosmos changes. So in cosmos you are also there, you also change. But in this changing situation there is a part of you which stays eternal, and that part is common. That is him and that is you, both. Ekam Nityam. In essence, that's what I say, that everybody says that way, that Tato mam tattvato gyatva vishate tadanantaram. That like that if you enter into me. How? Enter into me means you have become that subtle. That's why he has been told by definition. That is like a sky, because that is the maximum we can hear. But later on he is coming to other things. Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam. That there's only one, always changing. Vimalam, there is no malice in it, no impurity in it. Achalam, it is not moving. It is what it is. Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam. In which form? How it is? As it is. Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam. Dhi we call it wisdom, as we say in Sahaj Smriti Yoga, 3 steps: intellect to intelligence to wisdom. Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam. Everywhere in the form of wisdom. Sakshi means the witness. Aksh means, in a material, if you take I, Aksh means I, Aksh means center in Sanskrit. So both meanings, so many meanings, but you take which is very good to take for your awareness. Dhi means wisdom. Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam. That everywhere witness in the form of wisdom. That means awake, aware, conscious. Conscious, aware, awake. That way. Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam. Then he goes one step further. He says Bhavatitam. He is beyond all bhavas. Now, where is the language there? If we have to express anything, you and I are in a conversation through bhavas only, bhav and bhavana. I am mixing both. Then only we can indulge in a conversation. There is a transaction. Only in transmission that is possibility is there that this is bhavatit. So some people do not feel it because they are not that subtle. As I say, it is always unfailing, but you have to be subtle enough to see the subtle things. Sometimes you transit, but everybody is given a taste. Wherever they are from their position, something they will feel. So, bhavatitam, that you are beyond bhav. Bhav is what? How will you understand bhav? So you go to all the Sanskrit text and you try to figure out what is the meaning of the word. You go to every master if you want that way, or you can take somebody as authentic, that this person is authentic, like Krishna or Vyas you have taken. So what is the definition there? Na sato vidyato bhavo na bhavo vidyate sata. Sat or bhav, truth and bhav has been said as synonymous. Bhav means that is, जो है. So he says this being of Guru is even beyond that, the one who is even beyond that. That's why in another definition it says Guru parataram tattvam nasti tashmai Sri Guru Namah. Even there is no element, tattva is also not there. There is nothing. This word parataram does not apply to Guru. That is why we bow down to. Bow down what? Bow down is like siphon. If you bow down to something, this starts coming into you. That's the reason. Otherwise, what is the point in bowing down? So bhavatitam traguna that is beyond all the three gunas, which is considered that the nature of Prakriti is composed of three gunas, that is Sat, Raj, Tam. He is not in these, he is beyond all these. Bhavatitam triguna. All these gunas are not there in him. Sadguru Tam Namami. To such a Sadguru we bow down. So it depends on definitions. It depends on your state of realization, how, where you are seeing yourself and how you are seeing Guru. So Guru means bigger. So whatever or whosoever you are seeing, if you have assumed somebody Guru, that means you are seeing in that sense, in that way, bigger than yourself, which is perfectly etiquette. No problem in that. That is how it should be. Very simple. That how you are seeing yourself, you have no other way but to see him bigger in every sense. अगर आप दुष्ट हो तो ये जानो गुरु आपसे ज़्यादा दुष्ट है. अगर आप दयालु हो तो जानो गुरु आपसे ज़्यादा दयालु है. So in every sense, there is no other way. Until you overcome your wickedness, then you say, no, he never was wicked. But until you are say, from where it is coming. So discipline. Through discipline only you overcome those things which ought not to be in you as impurities. So he has been told as Vimalam Achalam, he has no such impurities. But what to do? If you are seeing in yourself, you will end up seeing that same thing in others. So in that way, what is the way out? That you become disciplined, aligned, so that these things you overcome. So if you are seeing from that point of view, then the only duty of Guru, if you are seeing as that also I say, you see him as Guru but you do not see him as an ultimate, then you are dishonest to yourself. Because he is never saying that you stick to anyone who is not the ultimate. Because your goal should be to attain to the ultimate in this very life. So you must find out who is the ultimate. Then only it is good for you. So this is how it is. Guru's role is that he is there. If we are seeing him as an ultimate, so that we can become in his image. And what is disciples' role? To become in his image. No other work. Disciple should become as the Guru is, and Guru is there just because he is there. That is his role, and disciples' role is to find out. Because if one is calling oneself disciple, then ultimately he or she has already expressed his intention. Only intensity is missing. That he or she wants to be like that. What is like becoming that? Becoming in the image of ultimate. So Guru is saying, no, in my eyes you are always that. This is my role. You can't go down from that in my eyes, whatever you do. Even if you demolish this whole world, you will stay as pious as you are. Yaschana ahankrito bhavo buddhir yaschana lipyate hattva piman lokam na hantina nibadyate. Krishna is telling ki, if you have even killed the whole lokas, still you are free from all malice. When you are free from ego. So that is the problem beginning. So half read is very difficult problem. You have to read the full. What is reading full? Is being full in your conviction, in your knowledge, in your devotion, in your commitment, whatever good things you have, full in that, then you see the full. So aligning with that, again we say, this is the whole spiritual journey. That in somebody's eyes we are always God. That is why we are, because if somebody knows us as eternal, then only we are eternal. In somebody's eyes, never leaving that eternity. It's always eternal. Only we have to realize it. So role of the Guru is that he is. And our role is to know that he is. And there is only one. So we become as if we are not. And that is the wonderful life. When you live as if you are not, you reach to that realization. Being, non-being, you call it. Okay, anything you can call. It's like reaching to that realization. That you are in so much in laya that you do not experience your existence that way. And nothing negative touches you. Because you have aligned yourself with that who is all positive. So whatever things are there on the way, they keep one by one going away from you. So this is intensity. There's so much clarity and intensity when you are aligned. This is the ultimate. In every sense, then all things are taken care of automatically. If you are seeing more and more clearly, you will see also that they have been taken care. And if you are seeing wrongly, then only you will see that there is some problem. As he said, some poets, they realize, they burst out into poetry. And he says, "Save घूम गोपाल की या में अटक कहाँ, जो या में देखे अटक सोई अटक रहा." And another way of saying is that all is pervaded by that. Where is the problem in this world? The one who is seeing the problem, that only faces the problem. So wisdom means sarvadhi sakshiritam. Like that you have become. So this is the way. This is the duty of a disciple, that he keeps knowing that Guru is. And Guru's role is that he is. In his eyes we are secure. We are safe eternally as divine, as himself.
What is the role of the gender on the character of the self? Or what is the impact of the gender on the character of the self?
There is no much impact. A little bit in practical sense it is there. So why this is there? Because the way our genesis is, how we have come to this path, this situation of being human. So this journey is little interesting. The gender's role in that sense is that first feeling is what the things are, they are, gender is feminine. Everything is feminine in this whole existence. From where appearance begins. Appearance doesn't begin with masculine, it begins with feminine. Because you will say how, in terms of qualities. You see, the most essential things from where we start cognition. So attributes or qualities we begin, which are feminine in nature. So beginning wise, that is how it is. More you become attain, like we use the word dhi, that is also feminine. Feminine means protective in nature. Motherly feeling, why we call, how we recognize ourselves. We are just describing life. That a child is begins its life in the womb of a mother. Like any seed, it becomes, when you put it into the soil, then also it sprouts. There also it is being safe in the womb of Dharti Mata. So all this motherly feeling and is there. So that much role. And you say, what about, there are so many gender, man, these things later on, that is very material. These are in fact inclinations, difference in inclinations and perceptions. So permutation combinations these days, they say always that have been so many genders, they keep saying. Abhi to they are, this LGBTQ plus is going on. So they on the process, so many they'll define. But that has always been case from the very beginning, because these are proclivities, these are tendencies. But mainly when most of the world, if we deal with, it is mostly 2-3 genders, we can say, which are maximum number of people. It doesn't mean because in today's world you cannot say certain things, you have to say all are equal and all that. Why? Because these things were not important. Why you need to define yourself in terms of genders? From a spiritual point of view, that is not needed much. What kind of this identity is, you see, conducive to your spiritual attainment? Only thing you are saying, I am feeling certain way. So feel free, as the world is free for all to feel the way they want to feel. Nobody is putting a stop to that. But you say, no, look at me, I feel this way. And this is something extra, I think. But today's world is like that. You people are living in corporate companies. They are celebrating different gender identities. Every new gender comes and they have to celebrate it and make themselves that, no, we are inclusive. You were always inclusive, my friend. This extra show is not needed. Exercise the spiritual side, not essential side. This is not very essential side. But if you are looking, you miss the corporate world here. If you are looking it that way, so nobody will say no to it, because then you become politically incorrect. But in real terms, you just ponder over it, you find what is big deal if somebody is feeling is some different way. Let them feel it adds to the diversity, one more expression humanity gets. So all are welcome that way. But that is just some kind of fashion, I see, more than that, because people are looking for more intense living, but they are undergoing alienations and all things, so they are finding some way that no, we move towards alignment, we move towards oneness. But these ways, I do not feel that in spiritual they have much sense. All are same here. Only see, yes, beginning has been like this. So we say certain things. Now they say that generally men, women, and napumsakling that we won't put. So what is that? Neuter gender. These are the things. Zero. Neutral gender means zero. When you become zero, shunya, you are neither positive nor negative. Both are mixed. So depends on from where you are seeing. If people see only in terms of fertility and all that, then it is different case. So such things, it is very, see, I am always mentioning this term, staying politically correct. So but in spirituality, these all things are needed. Let me be very clear. Yes, on society we have to say all are welcome, very good, you go, you celebrate this, what is wrong in it? But if you are spiritual, then you have to transcend beyond all this. So this is not that we are excluding, we said we are already included. You, in our eyes, you were never different, you were not anything aliens, whatever gender you may be of, and no difference was there. But when it comes to see existence or creation, so many terms are applied to it at different stages. Like we in our Indic knowledge, we say Prakriti Purush. Purush, we are saying to the referring here to the soul, attributeless soul, potent with every attribute but without attribute. So when its attributes start manifesting, we call it Prakriti, and that is where the feminine come into play. So beginning is that, that's why everything is contained into that. So that way, because we are living beings, so we feel little tilted towards feminine. That's I always indicate towards that. That's the reason behind that. That if you look at your life, it begins like that. Life's very beginning, before that, it is not called a life. It is only when it is in the womb that the life manifests. It is only when the seed comes out that the life manifests. So journey of life is that you feel little tilted towards the feminine. It is in favor of the existence. It is, that's why it's called natural, prakritik. Are you doing natural things? Yes. So we are tilted by birth towards feminine. It is equally true to the ones who are men, it is equally true to the ones who are women, and equally true to the others who feel them different ways. But once you take a form of a human being or any being, therefrom little tilts towards the feminine is there. There goes a story, beautiful story, in our lore, that once this devotee of Vishnu gathered around him and say, we see you as you are, but how you really are, that we want to see. So he just waved his hand and he said, well, like some rasa or colors, that's how I am. And he said, it's not making sense. You some picturize it. So he again waved his hand, and then there appeared a Radha, made of all rasas, all finest qualities. And he said, this is how I am, really, if you want to see. So they say that's how this form was created, and then say when he became Krishna, she became her companion. Story. So what I am trying to say is that from where the beginning happens, there the feminine, tilt towards feminine is there, certainly. But otherwise in a spiritual, there is no such favoritism.